So I'm Jake and I've got a 1969 Volkswagen Beetle. It's red and I found it in a barn. When I got my car, it had obviously been sat in a barn for 10 years. So there was parts here, there and everywhere all the way through the barn. I had to go searching for all the parts. There was a dead mummified cat behind the engine, which we then cable tied to the front of the truck, which was quite hilarious at the time. But it was all in a million pieces like a jigsaw, and I had to learn how to put it back together. So the story behind my car is basically I wanted to keep it looking relatively original, but be absolutely on the floor with the biggest wheels possible, that no one else could fit in the arch that I've managed to. I wanted to do something that no one else had done, and I liked certain styles of different years and different pieces from different cars, and I took inspiration from so many different cars it was unreal, and different car cultures as well. Like I've got the JDM wheel nuts, and then I changed all the lights to LED. It's got a Type 4 2-litre engine in it, which I've only recently got in it. It's on full custom air suspension that I've built myself, fully tubbed arches, narrowed 6-inch narrowed front beam, flat floor pans, body dropped all the way around. Engine and gearbox have been lifted, and I think that's about it. The steering is custom made as well, because I didn't want the old steering box. I changed to a rack and pinion steering, more modern, and it's a bit nicer feel, less play in it. The car's purpose is to basically go to shows and wow people at what the limits are. I wanted to break all the limits of what everyone else thought was the limit and basically change the scene if I could. But I don't think anyone's going to be able to beat that. There's a long list that still needs doing to this car. It's took me so long to figure out what I want in the car and I've found so many different rare and cool parts that I want to put on the car or make for the car rather than buying them, because I'd much rather make something if I can than buying it. So if I can make something, I'll do that, and it makes it personal, makes it different. It's not something that anyone else can do because I've done it. Everything on this car is done by me. Well, I drove it on the road for a few years before I stripped it and rebuilt it, and I went everywhere in it. I went to shows all over the country. I did road trips with my friends. I did crazy road trips for like 4 days where we went to like 3 different shows and a meet, and you know, it was just incredible, you know, driving on the road, just not knowing where the next stop was, but just sort of jumping from show and meet to meet. And it was over about a week or so, and it was absolutely incredible, with some good friends of mine. This car is special because it was my first car, and I washed pots to pay for it, and I bought it for myself for my 13th birthday, and I've loved it ever since. And it was mainly the time when I had it on the road before that really made me love it, because I went everywhere in it. It was my daily. I took it to work, and it was really low for a static car. But you know, I scraped it a lot and I damaged things a lot, and I got stuck on speed bumps. I've got videos of me wheel spinning over speed bumps where you can see the wheel go in the arch and back down again. The first time I drove it after having it in so many pieces, couple of months ago, weeks ago, I was actually in tears. It was, that emotional, because it means that much to me. This car means more to me than anything else at all. I don't care about anything else other than this car. It really, really touches a soft spot in me. What I've always said is all of the time, money, effort, that tears, blood, sweat, beers, everything that goes into the car, for the one day that you take it to a show and someone gives you a compliment on your car, it makes it all worth it. And you have a great weekend with your friends, and you take the car out and you go drive somewhere or whatever, and it just makes you feel amazing.